How important is it to have a mentor if you're a software engineer? That is our topic of discussion for today. If this is your first time on the channel, my name is Zia. I'm a software engineer at Twitter, and I talked about the life and journey of being a software engineer on this channel. So if you haven't already, smash that like button and hit subscribe. Whatever profession that you're in, you need a mentor in order to accelerate your career. And as a software engineer, I think that is doubly true. For a software engineer, our career basically revolves around writing code, shipping products, and making code changes. Seems simple, but from a career growth perspective, being a software engineer doesn't necessarily mean that you are just writing code all day long. As you grow in your career, a software engineer also needs to be able to communicate technical vision with their peers, with their teammates, and with the organization overall. In order to do that well, there's a shift in terms of skills that you need, from not just being technically sound, but also being able to communicate and having those people skills in order to help you really leverage your impact. What I've seen a lot of software engineers struggle with is that they have thought of a very technically sound solution, but they don't have the right communication skills to present that to the organization or convince people why it's important to build that thing. Hopefully that makes it clear that being a software engineer doesn't mean that you only need technical skills, but you also need sound, strong communication skills in order to get buy-in for the products that you're building. So a mentor is going to serve the purpose of helping you navigate and figure out what are the things you need to learn in order to stay relevant in the industry. So a mentor can also help you in various other aspects of your career and life. As a software engineer, I think it makes sense to have a technical coach or a technical mentor, either someone from work or someone from outside of work who has a lot of experience in the field that you're interested in. It could be a senior software engineer or a staff or a principal level engineer that you can socialize and meet. I generally go on LinkedIn and I'm signed up for one of the LinkedIn's feature, I guess, where they try to match you up with someone who's willing to mentor on a weekly or bi-weekly basis. So every now and then, someone's gonna pop up on my LinkedIn profile and it's gonna say, hey, this person could be a good fit as a mentor. I'll just email them, try to schedule either a coffee break or a lunch so that I can meet them in person and establish that relationship. Now, of course, it's not gonna work out every single time because not everyone would have the skill sets that you're looking for, or maybe it's just not a very good fit in terms of time. So that's perfectly fine. I'm just looking to have maybe one or maybe two mentors at a time guiding me in some areas I'm working on at the moment. Some people think that I think there's some misconception about the idea of mentorship, in that a mentorship doesn't have to be a lifelong commitment. It could be a very short or very specific period where you say that you're gonna meet for 6 months and you're gonna lay out specifically what are the things that you wanna work on. And the mentor can agree or disagree and then improve that scope. But it keeps the time box very specific so that after that 6 months or whatever that period is up, you don't have this awkward conversation where both of you are thinking,
is it going well? Is it not going well? And then they're trying to figure out how do you move on.
If you have a very specific timeline, and after that timeline is up, you have to force yourself and be very specific. Is this mentorship relationship working out for both of you? If it is, then great. Let's continue that and let's set another 6 months or 1 year, whatever that period is. But if it is not, you need to have a very honest conversation with the mentor and say, hey, I think that I've learned X, or I think I haven't achieved my goals. Thank you so much for your time, but let's pursue what fits us best. I think that's not being rude, but I think that's being really respectful of each other's time, because nothing's worse than having a weird and awkward relationship going on and on and on when both of you are not really deriving any value out of that mentorship relationship. Having a mentor, it doesn't mean that you need only a technical mentor, but you could also have a mentor in relationship building. You can have a communications mentor who's going to help you with communication or presentation. You can also have a mentor for product level thinking. I think there are some people who naturally have those skills, people who are actively working on getting better at those skills. Those are the types of people that you want to have as a mentor because they're always thinking about how to get better at their craft. They can help guide you along. And that's gonna save you a lot of trouble when you're trying to learn something new for the very first time. From my perspective, a lot of companies tend to have a formal mentorship program within their company. I work at Twitter, and Twitter has a formal mentorship program that you can sign up, and either you're a software engineer, you can sign up as a mentor, or you can sign up as a mentee. Finding those types of formal mentorship programs either within your company or going outside and participating in meetups that try to pair people who are interested in mentoring and people who are interested in being mentored together. Another way of finding a mentor, which I think is much more scalable, if you don't feel comfortable having that personal relationship with people, and maybe you're thinking you don't have that much time to go out there and socialize, or you don't feel comfortable socializing with people, that's perfectly fine. You can find a mentor very easily at home. So here, I have tons and tons of mentors at home as well. Let me show you. These are my mentors. Whenever I have something that I'm struggling, either with writing, so in this case, this is a great book. If I have any questions, or if I have something that I'm trying to get better at, whether that's writing, or getting better at communicating with people. There are tons and tons of resources available out there, not just books, articles, people on Twitter, for example, that you can find and connect with. Those are people who are able to help guide your growth and maybe provide you some pointers that's gonna help you navigate the problems or the challenges that you are having in your career today. Hopefully that makes it clear that regardless of what industry or what field or where you are in your career, there's going to be someone or something that's able to help guide you and navigate your career. That person or that thing is going to be your mentor. So I think the term mentor itself, a lot of people think that means having a very formal relationship where the mentor is planning out your career step by step. What are you gonna do tomorrow? What are you gonna do next week? I don't think that necessarily is the case. A mentor, in my opinion, is someone who is able to give you help or help you navigate or help you overcome the challenges that you are facing either in your career or in your life. Whatever that may be, that person who is able to help you, that person is your mentor. So if you found this video helpful, I'm gonna link a bunch of other videos that I talked about related to mentorship, dedication, motivation in the description below. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.